I spend quite a lot of my time listening to different voices, and sometimes I listen to famous voices and try and work out which parts of their vocal tract they're using the most when they're producing the different sound they're making. Some voices are very high and they're using the structures above the level of the larynx in a much more concentrated way than other singers whose voices tend to sit much more around the larynx area and the upper chest. Other singers have much lower voices, they have much more chest resonance and a richness that comes lower down and makes the instrument longer. I'm going to use some famous voices and do some impressions to kind of show you what I mean about these kind of high, middle and lower voices, so you can get an idea of just how differently the vocal tract can be used and how much it can be manipulated and adapted. So thinking of some higher pitch singers or singers who access the top of their vocal tract more to produce their unique sound, I'm going to try and demonstrate some of those so you can get an idea. Let's think of somebody like Duffy. When she sings, there's such a sharp sound penetrating through the upper part of her vocal tract. The sound is very thin and twangy. You got me begging you for mercy, yeah, yeah, why won't you release me, yeah, yeah. That's an example of something that she might do when she's singing. And then maybe moving slightly lower down, somebody who's also very high, a musical theatre singer, Idina Menzel. She has a very high concentration of high twang in her voice too. Let it go, I'm at one with the wind and sky. And you can just see how much concentration and power that kind of voice produces. Thinking of singers whose voices are concentrated much more in the larynx area, sometimes with a bit of breathiness or a bit of creak in their voice that gives them a unique sound, I'm going to demonstrate 3 different types of singers. Let's think of somebody like Stevie Nicks, for example, who's got quite a throaty sound. Well, maybe I'm just thinking that the rooms are all on fire every time that you walk in the room. Here's another singer who's got quite a heavy larynx concentration about where her voice sits, and that's Chrissie Hynde. Oh, why'd you look so sad? Tears are in your eyes. Come on and talk to me now. Don't be afraid to cry. I get angry too. I'm a lot like you. Okay, moving down the vocal tract where there's more chest resonance. Let's do a couple of low voices. Somebody maybe like Alison Moyet, who also uses her resonance in a really interesting way that all influences the lowness of the sound. You took your time to come back this time. The grass has grown under your feet. In your absence, I've changed my mind, and someone else is sitting in your seat. And then somebody like Cher, who really has a very distinctive use of lower resonances of the vocal tract. Don't you know, so many things, they come and go, like your words that once rang true, just like the love I thought I found in you. But I remember the thunder talking about the fire in your eyes, but you walked away when I needed you most. Now maybe, oh baby, I found someone to take away the heartache, to take away the loneliness I've been feeling since you've been gone, since you've been gone. So let's go to a couple of really strong voices, some real belty voices. The first one I'm going to do is Anastasia, to show how she uses so much twang to get so much penetration and volume in her voice. Now baby, come on, Don't claim that love you never let me feel. Well, I should have known, 'cause you got nothing real. Come on, be a man about it. You won't die. I ain't got no more tears to cry, and I can't take this no more. And how about a singer like Alanis Morissette, who's got so much twang and strength in that voice? Did you forget about me, Mr. Duplicity? So I hope you've enjoyed that little tour of the vocal tract from high, middle to low, and it's given you an idea of how infinitely adjustable the vocal tract is. I'm going to keep carrying on, listening to voices, working out what's going on, and I hope you do some listening too, and maybe have a go yourself.